Hello, my friends. I know everyone wants a werewolf story, and I'll start telling. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. William looked down and started to think how strong he wanted some adventure. Very quickly, he realized that this was the wrong question. William always wanted adventure. The strong thing was coming close and saying to start something new, something dangerous. Yes, he always needed a dangerous adventure, but when he had come to the last dream. Every human has aspiration and similar dreams are coming. When last time the desire had come to him? Maybe 2 days ago or 1 day ago? William could not answer exactly. He wanted to be in a foreign city, meet a woman who needed help and stop the killer. "Brother, wake up!" Barbara screamed. "William, I love you, but why the thoughts are coming so often?" "Excuse me." William apologized to his sister. "I only needed rest, only a few minutes." "No, you like to dream." Barbara was angry. "Right now is not the time for it. You need to do something." William looked at Benjamin, which one was sleeping. Yes, Benjamin was injured very badly, but sleep would help him. "Your husband Benjamin will be okay," William said. "Right now I'm talking about the child," Barbara said and looked to her little son. Barbara was holding this little human. "Liam is okay," William said. "Sister, you need to relax." "Now he is not okay," Barbara screamed. "Liam will freeze. Here is too cold." And William only now realized that Barbara was right. Liam was 8 months baby and he could not survive. They were in a little old cabin. Winter was attacking everything and the victim would be little Liam. "But what can I do?" William asked. "You can go to the forest and took the wood," Barbara said and started crying. "But how?" William asked. And at that moment, like a shadow, Lucas stood up and said, "In another house are a horse and a cart. We can use everything." Barbara stopped crying and smiled. She wanted his brother, and Lucas immediately went into the forest and took the wood. Only the fire could throw cold and save the little Liam. "We need to go immediately," Lucas said. William stood up and come to the window. He looked outside. There was a big snow desert and forest. The snowflakes were flying, but the final direction was ground. Right now was 12 o'clock of the night. A few hours and little Liam would be dead. But what could William do? Of course nothing. The horse and cart are amazing, but 2-man versus winter seemed really stupid. Lucas said everything and helped Barbara. Lucas was a friend of William, but in that situation he chose Barbara. William and Lucas went outside. The snow and froze immediately attacked humans. The second cabin was very close, in 2 meters. They went inside and did everything. William did not want very strange things. He doesn't want an axe. If in that old cabin was not an axe, the stupid journey in the forest would be pointless. Like that situation, he could say that pointless trying is a stupid thing and he would not go in the forest. But the axe was there. "We need to hurry," Lucas said. And why everything wanted to destroy William? The winter, Barbara, Lucas, and everyone. He only wanted to relax and dream. Such a beautiful winter night and everyone wants to break you. They sat on the cart and went to the forest. William was thinking about his dreams. He always wanted a dangerous journey, but right now, when finally William came here, in a terrible situation, this boy only wanted to dream. Maybe such a person needed to be disappointed. entire life he was thinking about adventure, and finally William saw bad reality. He always was a dreamer and nothing more. "William, I know that you're tired, but we need to do everything quickly," Lucas said. Lucas was a good friend, but he did not understand that William was not tired. He only wanted to feel good. And William looked up. He would continue thinking, but one thing stopped everything. It was really strange that William only worried about himself, and there was no moment when he asked, "Maybe someone is watching." How many thoughts he had, but everything ran away and the only one stayed. No, it did not stay, it was there, but William does not saw. Yes, a full moon was watching them. The bad feelings came to William. He always was a strange boy and dreams were his best friends, but the full moon was watching them. This became something different. And this bad feeling? He had on his life many bad situations, and every one of them had their feeling. This new feeling which came from the full moon turned out something different. "I had a bad feeling," William said. "Yes bro, I understand," Lucas answered. "And I had a bad feeling because we need to hurry, otherwise little Liam will die." They entered the forest. It was strange how in one moment full moon smiled at them and other moment darkness of the forest begun. It turned out that the scary moon had to shine. The forest does not let the moonlight inside, but darkness was killing William. He escaped the moon, but the forest started. William wanted to get back very quickly. He took the axe and wanted to cut the tree when surprised Lucas said, "What are you doing?" "I want to cut the tree," William answered. "Hey bro, we don't have time for such big trees," Lucas said. "We need to quickly find little trees. Cutting the little tree is very easy." And they started searching for little trees. After a few minutes, boys found out what they needed. They started working. Lucas was using his whole power, but it turned out his best friend William was a lazy boy. After a few minutes, he had thrown an axe and sat down in the ground. "What are you doing?" Lucas asked. "I'm tired," William answered. "Relax, is this what I need?" Lucas continued cutting the little tree and asked, "You know, Will, everyone has secrets." "Yes, I knew." William closed his eyes. "We all have secrets. Even best friends had secrets," Lucas said. "And what?" William wanted to sleep. "Look up, my friend." Lucas smiled. William opened his eyes and looked up. He saw black clouds. The full moon was hiding right now, but every second she could break the wall of clouds and attack everyone with light. And while Lucas was talking such strange things, why he said, "Look up." Lucas always was a smart and normal boy. Why did he start to act like some kind creepypasta character? Suddenly William became scared. Lucas said something about secrets. Everyone had secrets, even best friends. Yes, Lucas was hiding something, maybe little or maybe big secret. William wanted to know the name of a secret. But why? Does every human have the right to have secrets? Why this strange desire came to William? Because an answer might be terrifying. Maybe it turns out that Lucas is? Yes, William wanted to say, what might be his best friend? Secret in the night sky. Lucas wanted that William looked up. And William saw black clouds. Clouds were stopping the full moon. But why the full moon was scaring William? Because the moon could turn a man into a werewolf. No, the moon only can show someone's real face. Get up and start working, Lucas screamed. William immediately stood up and took the axe. This was a moment when a werewolf could do everything. Lucas could kill William and say that wolves had eaten his friend. Of course, William had many dreams, but right now reality was most terrifying. At first, happened the crash, after that a forest journey, and right now it turned out that his best friend was werewolf and maybe he wanted to eat. Maybe dreams are becoming a reality? A person only needs to dream and dream. William closed the distance and wanted to hit Lucas with the axe. He knew that killing the werewolf is much harder. William needed silver or fire, but a simple axe could hurt the werewolf, and at this time he gonna ran away. Only 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and Lucas turned back. "What are you doing?" he asked. "I'm not food," William screamed. "You are werewolf and want to eat me." Lucas smiled and said, "Relax, bro. I only scared you because little Liam needs help. We need to work hard." "You only scared me?" William asked. "It turns out that you are human?" "Of course." Lucas smiled and tried to howl like a wolf. "You are so funny." William smiled and also he tried to howl. At this time they heard wolf howl. William knew that real danger was coming. A few minutes ago, he thought Lucas was a werewolf and wanted to kill his best friend. After this everything changed and a smile had come to their faces. William had understood that time has come. Many horror movies had moments when characters are afraid. It turns out that they did not need fear because someone was joking. Everyone was smiling, and at this time real danger was coming. William knew that time had come. "We need to hurry," he said, and continued working. They wanted to cut little trees. The working had sound. Maybe the wolves already heard this sounds and the pack were coming here? William imagined that suddenly 10 wolves would attack them. Of course, a friend will try to defend herself with axes, but wolves would defeat humans. Time was coming. They put the little trees on the cart. William thought that ending would be good. At this time they heard something. William was always thinking that in nature are 2 types of sounds. The first was an ordinary sound. The second was abnormal sound. The full moon, dark forest, stupid jokes of Lucas and scary wolf howls were scary but normal. Right now they heard an abnormal sound. This sound had pain, despair, monster and other things. Now scary was really scary. The wolves were living in the forest and they howl, but right now they heard a human voice. What was going there? Maybe William's strange dreams wanted to become a reality? Every human can say that uncertainty is bad. We all need to see reality, but if reality can easily destroy everything and everyone, maybe you will face reality, and after this, your only dream becomes to forget what you saw in the dark. We need to check. Lucas said. You become crazy? William scared. There is something dangerous. Maybe someone needs help, Lucas said. They went from the screaming direction. 2 minutes later a large bonfire appeared. The screaming stopped, but William still had a terrifying feeling. He knew that dangerous creature will stop screaming because it wanted to attack. In every second, something big could jump from the trees and attack the boys. William still could turn back and go away, but if the creature already saw them... Lucas said that everything was okay. There was fire and only humans could do it. Maybe someone wanted help. They needed to check this place. No one is there, William said after a few minutes when boys had checked everything. William surprised because Lucas did not answer. He looked at Lucas and saw his horrifying face. "Lucas, please stop this stupid joke." William smiled. But Lucas's face has not changed. Only his eyes moved and the boy said, "Don't look back." William knew that Lucas loved such stupid jokes. Maybe 1 hour earlier he did it to William. He said stupid things and William thought that his friend was the werewolf. Right now Lucas was making the same. He wanted a fun, but William did not was such stupid. 2 stupid jokes in one night were very bad. "We need to go away," Lucas said. William smiled and looked back. "Who is there?" William screamed and immediately froze. In the trees was something or someone. It had red eyes. When William screamed it stood up. It had human figures. William heard the chain sound. The figure went very slowly toward the boy. Lucas took William by the hand and said, "We need to go, but please did not scream." They went away. When William looked back he saw that figure was standing near the fire. Yes, he was human. The stranger had a chain on his left leg. William did not know what the hell was happening. The boys quickly returned to the cart. They heard wolf howl and this time horse become scared. They continued going back with the cart. William thought it got a lot darker. Maybe it was only his fantasy, but William knew that a scary stranger was reality. When they went from the forest, Lucas asked who he was. "I don't know," William answered, but he knew who the stranger was. Yes, he knew. To be correct, not who but what. Yes, William knew what they saw in the forest. When they entered the cabin, Barbara smiled. She was very happy, but suddenly her mood changed. Barbara saw that cigarette lighter did not work. She started crying and said that little Liam was feeling bad. Liam would freeze, and all because of a bad cigarette lighter. At this time Benjamin woke up and he started screaming. Benjamin also worried about his little son. "I will bring the fire," William said. "But how?" Barbara asked. "From the forest," the boy answered. "There is fire and I will bring it." "No way!" Lucas screamed. "William, you are crazy. They're gonna kill you. This creature is there." "What you are talking, Lucas?" Barbara asked. "Your brother knows what I'm talking about," Lucas answered. William ignored what Lucas said and opened the door. Lucas followed him and tried to say something very wise to stop William. Of course, William was using a horse and a cart. On the way, he recalled how shamefully he acted. Little Liam wanted help. Barbara was crying. What did William? Nothing. He only needed stupid thoughts and nothing more. Hopefully, Lucas stood up and tried to help. Yes, Lucas did everything, and now, when maybe Liam would die, William needed to say the last word. He needed to get back in the forest and take the fire. "I'm with you, but we gonna die," Lucas said. William did not answer. He looked up and saw the full moon. Maybe the full moon smiled at William. He knew what the moon said. Yes, the full moon smiled because a few hours earlier it warned William about the danger. Right now William knew everything. In the forest was Werewolf, but William wanted to go there. It was really fun. They entered the forest and William remembered what happened. They only wanted to have fun and be happy. On the internet, Benjamin had found a very good hotel. Yes, the hotel was very good. It had an amazing view of the mountains. Beautiful mountains, relaxing snow and amazing hotel. They were going to the hotel. Benjamin's one mistake and car crashed. Benjamin was injured. Everyone needed shelter. At this time Barbara saw two cabins. That's how it all started. When they entered the cabin, William thought, what can be much worse? A few hours later everything became much worse. William saw the fire and stopped the horse. Stay here, he said to Lucas. Be careful, Lucas said. William quickly came to the bonfire and took one big fired branch. The terrible creature roared and ran towards William. At first, William saw only red eyes, and after a few seconds, angry werewolf was standing in front of him. Because of a chain, Wolfman could not close the distance and catch William. A bonfire was shining everything. The winter night was mystic but amazing. The snow was perfectly white and the wind wanted to fly. Only Werewolf was scary and angry. William quickly went back to Lucas. They once again needed to hurry up. Maybe the cabin belongs to Werewolf? Lucas asked. Maybe right now Barbara and others are in the werewolf house. No way, William answered. If a werewolf has a house, why did he go into the woods to turn into a werewolf? No, he is living elsewhere. At this time they heard a crazy roar. Maybe the werewolf wanted to break the chains and chase people? They could think about many things, but the main answer would be the same. Quickly get back in the cabin and save Liam. In the morning they would go away. When Lucas opened the door and went into the cabin, Barbara looked at him. She wanted to ask, but Barbara was afraid of the bad answer. After this William went inside, and when Barbara saw a fire, her face changed. After a while, warmth conquered the cabin. Barbara smiled and was surprised many times because William and Lucas very often looked outside. Barbara interested what they wanted to see. William answered that danger was very close and something scary could attack the cabin. The woman became more surprised. Lucas a few times went on a second room to find a flashlight and something like that, but in the house everything was unfit. In the morning they went outside and went away. When William and Lucas looked back, they saw that some man was running towards the cabin. A little girl went out of the cabin and hugged a man. The boys only now understand everything. It was a werewolf house. He had a little daughter, and when the time had come for transformation, a man went into the forest, because the monster would scare the little girl. At this time strange people came to the cabin and poor girl hid in the second room. It's scary when someone steals fire from a werewolf, Lucas said. More horrifying is when people scare the daughter of a werewolf. William once again looked at angry werewolf. William knew that he needed to go far away and never get back to this place.